The country is one step closer to officially recognising Indigenous Australians in the Constitution. An expert report compiled from thousands of submissions is recommending a referendum to make significant constitutional changes. But there's a long way to go before all Indigenous leaders and political parties can agree on the wording.
From welcome to country to official recognition of who was here first.
Recognising us in the Constitution will bring along overdue sense of belonging.
It's Indigenous intervention of the constitutional kind. Experts took 3,500 submissions.
We just want to let you know that there is a report.
Distilled to 300 pages of findings, it recommends significant changes to the country's governing document, including removing some state and Commonwealth powers over people on the basis of their race, adding recognition that Indigenous people were the first Australians and their languages were the original tongue. It also recommends a clause prohibiting racial discrimination, but protects the Commonwealth's powers to do things like the Northern Territory intervention in the name of helping the disadvantaged and advancing Indigenous people. Now comes the convincing.
Because for constitutional change, Australians have to understand and be persuaded of the case for change.
That could be the sticking point. Of the 44 changes that have gone to referenda, only 8 have passed. Success hinges on bipartisan support, and while both sides of politics want Indigenous Australians recognised in the Constitution, the opposition favours a mention in the preamble.
We think that it deserves careful study. We have some reservations about anything that might turn out to be a one-clause Bill of Rights.
Politicians aren't the only ones who need to reach agreement.
I don't want a situation where it becomes a legal dog breakfast and we'll, for the next 200 years, like the Americans do with their Bill of Rights, argue over what words mean.
It'd be absolute disaster for Australia internationally and domestically if we put this question to the Australian people and didn't pass.
There's still work to be done. George Roberts, ABC News, Canberra.